contemplating, since he basically announced it a week ago.
Príncipe Caeltas
like,
disse que viu Tirande pela última vez sendo levada pelo rio.
It's not really that unpredictable if he sticks to his word. Then you could either send
melhor que retornem com boas notícias, irmão.
You could
A
send
mera
Hera,
visão
who
deles
is the
embrulha
captain,
meu
same
estômago.
thinking as Tyler,
Onde
Captain
você
First, me,
encontrou
Unga
criaturas
Bunga,
tão
or you could send,
repugnantes?
like you said, Saul,
Acredite em
Maxim,
mim,
who plays
irmão.
Pala Rifle,
Você
which
não quer
Tyler 1
saber.
has felt very angry at sometimes, the usage of the Pala Rifle.
Encontramos
Yes, exactly, and there's, as you mentioned, matchup assassins, like for example Yamato Cannon, amazing versus Orc, not great versus Undead, so probably Team Alpha, Team Tyler 1 wants to
Apareçam
avoid
seus
Yamato Cannon
miseráveis
versus Hera,
idiotas
right?
e
So if
sintam
they
a
think
fúria
that
das
Hera will be the
sentinelas.
first pick of Team
A luz
Omega,
de
then
Luna
maybe
nunca
not Yamato Cannon.
enfraquecerá.
Again, there's so many mind games, so it's just looking for the answers, basically.
Yeah, there's many different possibilities, and if you go through everything, and if you can
Mas eles
read the
estão nos
minds of
ignorando
your
por
opponents,
completo.
that
O que
can
poderia-
be
Tirande.
a very powerful way to
Os
play the battle.
horrores
It's not just about
voadores
who has the
deles
best players,
enchem
it's
o
about
céu.
who uses them the
Seria
best.
tolice enviar
Big
seus
thanks, by
alados
the way,
contra
for the
eles.
incredible support of Simple
Não
Mathematics.
podemos
with
depender deles
430,
agora. Illidan,
Euro
você
tip.
deve
That is
manter os
incredible.
mortos-vivos
Thank you so
aqui e
much.
impedir que ataquem o
So,
acampamento de
yeah,
Tirande.
the question is,
Vou
will they
seguir pelo
even
rio
think
e...
that deep? And
Não,
of
irmão.
course, when
Eu
we
e
are
as
going to
nagas
be
podemos
getting
alcançá-la
the
mais
picks as well.
rápido. Eu irei.
Tyler, where's
Suas palavras são verdadeiras, mas arrisco muito confiando em você.
Tyler just wrote
Illidan.
in Discord, where's my team,
Juro
dude?
pela minha vida que a trarei de volta, meu irmão.
Okay, excellent.
Eu
Awesome. Guys, he's busy. He's a
acredito
father
em
of two,
você.
okay? He's
Onde Tora
like
sentiu,
over
irmão.
2,000 MMR in chess, challenger in every part in league. He's playing 7 tournaments at the same time and still has made time to play over 200 games for this Warcraft 3 tournament. You can't say he's not hardworking. Hate him or love him, but he is a grinder, very inspirational. I'm very curious to see what's going to be the first match. They are still going to be discussing and picking their lineup. Now, I won't be privy to it,
Estou ficando
and you won't be either,
impaciente.
Saul. There is a voice chat right now with Simply
está
Mary Maybe and Lil Tyler,
próximo.
and we are not in it. We don't know what they're discussing. I don't even know if they're doing it on stream or if they mute themselves to stream, but we can only imagine what's being discussed there, Saul.
What is amazing is I really like the system, this Friday, day number 1, the clan war, the players are like going to talk to each other, as you mentioned. I see them in the voice chat as well, when was the last time they were in the voice chat together? I think it actually happened, right?
No, it didn't.
Not yet, so
isso.
tournament is like bringing the players closer together,
chega a ser
and they are
desafio.
sharing all of those Warcraft 3 ideas, all of these Warcraft 3
mal está
concepts, and that's amazing.
próximo.
And yes, again, thank you for organizing this
É só
celebrate
isso.
Warcraft in that way. And Team Omega needs
Você
some
se arrependerá
participants
de
on
ter
the
se
tunnel.
aproximado.
Wait, sorry to interrupt, Sal, but we have our
chega a ser
first
desafio.
matches. This is incredible. Guys, I'm gonna play the headliner intro and then I'll be revealing who are gonna be playing. Here we go. The headline. The first match of the Clan War is
Mal está próximo.
best of 3. Each team captain will send their
Nem chega a ser desafio.
Let's find out. Headline. Okay, are you ready for it, Saul? I'm going to be revealing who are going to be playing against each other. Both have decided who is going to go first. Are they going to send their captains? Are they going to send their top MMR, a matchup assassin, or... Oh, first match shouldn't be playing again. Hold on, why is that springtime? My bad. There we go. Production, the headliner. Okay. All right, all good, all good. I see what I did now. No, I was... Okay, I figured it out. All right, again, are they going to be sending their best MMR player, their captain, their sacrifice, or their matchup assassin? I'm not going to say which of those is fulfilled by their choice, but here, without further ado, is the choice. Team Alpha will send Mary Maybe for the headliner. And Team Omega is sending
Precisamos continuar lutando. Isso não pode acabar assim.
Dantes. Let's fucking go! Let's go!
Yeah, This can't be balanced better, and what is the logic here? I have no idea. I know one thing only, that I'm super hyped. Mari maybe versus Dantes. Oh my god, Blade Master Mirror Image versus Dark Ranger, probably what a crazy matchup to start the event.
That is a crazy, crazy opening match. The thinking here, guys, the thinking here, I mean, literally we don't know. Maybe that's their best chance to win the match no matter what. But what could also be happening is that both teams were intending to mind game and send their lowest MMR opponent to draw out a big MMR player from the other side. Even though you would maybe end up throwing the opening match, you would then have better players available for you to do. And then in the redemption battle, you would have a good chance to get maybe your second or third MMR, or even your number one MMR player, to easily win against someone else's lower MMR opponent. Many different tactics are possible. I'm going to go ahead and post a copy.
Estou ficando impaciente.
Okay. That is created. You can share that game name with people. The map is going to be springtime. Sal, talk to me. What do you think about Orc versus Undead on springtime?
The overall matchup is definitely very interesting, but in this case, there is no purging monsters. I mean, there is one, Gnoll Warden, that maybe will creep.
Talk to me why you think purging monsters matter.
Okay, so Mari maybe is playing a build that uses summons a lot. Mirror image, even though he's a hero, the image is a summoned unit, and because of that, it's very vulnerable to some dispel. And because of that, Mari maybe needs to adapt. She knows Gnoll Warden on Hammerfall, but you know, it's not the biggest issue. It's just a green cam. Springtime is very interesting because there is an expansion in the middle, but my knowledge about those two players, and let me tell you, I'm super proud that I'm here now because, you know, I know those two players well. I coached them. Nobody will expand early, right? So we are not going to use this part of Springtime. But the rest, I don't know. Master Mirror Image versus Dark Ranger, I guess Mr. Dantes will have to try to aim on correct mirror image. You probably know that, Gravity, for the viewers, if you start live drain on an illusion dies immediately.
Okay, that's true for live train as well, not just Siphon, because I knew it about Siphon, but I've never been in a situation where I had imaging in live train. It instantly evaporates.
Yeah? Yes, but it's still not working, you know, like you always want to live train the correct Blade Master. I don't know, so many things to do, and I'm very hyped about this matchup, and what I think, the teams, you know, because we now, you mentioned this, maybe, you know, the both Alpha and Omega, they think about a lot, because like I would never predict, you know, Dantes versus Mary maybe in the opening game. Yeah, I'm very happy. Let's go.
It's so funny because Tiger One has been leading everyone to believe, with his initial reaction to the announcement of the format, that it was gonna be him. People didn't think that he was gonna be listening to his counselors on the team. They didn't think that he was going to be mind gaming. They think of him as a dumb, brutish orc, but it just once again proves that orc players are extremely intelligent. Don't you agree, Sal?
That sounds correct. Orc players, they have shamans, you know, the orc players as well, so they have access to magic, and what Tier 1 did is the pure cinema, pure magic.
Esse pode ser o nosso fim. Mas eles nunca
go ahead and
derrotarão
turn
nosso
off
espírito.
Flow TV. All community casters are welcome to cast this match as well via the Flow TV system. So that is going to be open for them. Let's see. Caller log, team colors logged. We'll post color scheme.
Assim será.
Okay, that's red and yellow.
O som
I just have to check if red and yellow is what we agreed on with
Continuem atacando.
Yes, and it's very important addition maybe that for the first time we can choose player colors in the lobby, right? On Warcraft 3 Champions is a hard work on Michael Rookie guys. So yeah, the Warcraft 3 spreading by technology that we can use to play Warcraft 3 is also, you know, getting better and better.
Yeah, it's incredible, chat. Like most of you haven't seen this, some of you may not care, but many of you will do. Many people have been working on this event behind the scenes. Vivi Aurora, he's doing all the webcam work and the scene. He's doing a lot of scene switching. Ruigen, guys, has been up all night, allowing us to pick colors so that we can have that set up for today. That was a last-minute addition. Let's see, what do we got? Let's switch to the pre-game lobby. We've got Dante's on camera. We've got our casters, Soul, 8-man in the top right. Still looking for one Mary maybe webcam. Also server button. Oh, very nice server. US Central 4, 30 ping against 24. Excellent. Don't disable Flow TV. Oh, we love community casters here. Disables Flow TV.
Yes, that's amazing. You know, like a lot of people will cast those replays. A lot of people like have fun definitely checking them out. And again, I always say that when you have like professional sport, you know, let's say football/soccer, you are very excited about, you know, the top teams playing versus each other, but like who is really watching like those lower leagues? But in Warcraft League, Grabby, I had so much fun following all of the player progress. You know, they do a lot of like weird things that you don't expect. They play like their different, they have their different way of playing Warcraft League. Like watching a replay of Pokes versus Orc is like watching art, you know, like this guy is playing versus Farseer Headhunter, the Orc player is trying to attack him, he has towers in space, like what's the idea of him, like he has only one hero warden, but later these wardens like can survive everything. It's so beautiful, that's why like Warcraft is over the normal sport, of course, with due respect to all of the other sports, because like yes, we can get excited about something like that, let's go.
Okay, let me check if the players are ready and then we'll start our map intro. Pretty sick, guys. This is going to be a best of 3. Springtime is the opening map, but there will be a losers pick after this as well. Up to 2 losers picks. Some maps will need to be won in order to win this first point. I'm going to turn the stream off. Now, what the fuck? I turned it off. Really? Dante's chat. Rat on him if he didn't. Okay. Ready? Yeah, he did? Alright. Good. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Alright, we're gonna start the map intro.
Eu sou cego, não surdo. É só isso. O mal está próximo.
Springtime. Start game doesn't work. Alright, back to talking.
Se este for o fim,
Okay,
deixe-nos
so
morrer com
definitely
seu
technical
nome em nossos
difficulties will be
lábios.
solved soon. There is the entire team, including Warcraft Champions developers, working on it. Grabby, I want to thank you for like introducing me to like so many cool streamers. It all started with Sanglitters, of course. Like I had no idea about Sanglitters, you know, 1 year ago now. When somebody mentioned this potato lady, I can't stop laughing because she's so funny. The same goes with Dantes, the same goes with Mari Maybe, like amazing personalities in Warcraft, like in general, and they like you know, and they also enjoy some Warcraft 3. It is perfect, and like they know each other from League of Legends, right? Mari Maybe and Dantes already played once on ladder, but you know it was ladder, and Mari made like a huge mistake. I'm sure she's not going to repeat it. Like she took away all of the peons from gold for like 2 minutes or something. That wasn't good.
Just have to let the players know there's a technical difficulty.
Nosso aliado está
We had some
sendo
last-minute additions to the client, and there was a lot of testing, but not as much as we would have liked. The last version was already an hour before the show began. So we can always roll back to another version. We'll keep you updated. Guys, when I say that it was ready last minute, I really mean that. It was insane. Yeah. No, we can always roll back to another version of the client. This was so that we could choose colors. It was impossible before in W3 Okay. How has it been for you, Sal, to deal with the likes of Dante's? a personality style that we're not as familiar with in the Warcraft scene.
Astera Falador.
I mean, what I can tell you is like
Astera
Dantes,
Falador.
deep down, is a really nice guy. Of course, you know, you may say that, like, for example, Tier 1 has like this streaming persona
Continuem
a little bit,
lutando,
you know,
meus
all of the
guerreiros.
screams and stuff
Esse
like that.
pode
You
ser o
know,
nosso
Dantes
fim,
is like very
mas eles
smart
nunca
guy. He's
derrotarão
learning
nosso
quickly. Of course,
espírito.
he has like this bad boy arc to him. I know it's like League of Legends talking or not, but when I immediately were able to hook up, you know, like we were able to talk, because he liked the strategy. He liked the Frostworm. I was trying to find a way for him to get into Frostworms, you know, without expanding, because when you expand, there's a lot of units to control. Acolytes, Summons, the Frostworms are quite well laid, and he liked the strategy, and we immediately clicked. And also I had the pleasure to coach Barry maybe, and you know, with Barry it was a little bit different, you know, less craziness.
Eu sou cego, não sou.
I guess we'll start right now. Let's start to Barry, of course.
Do a little restart. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it was actually nice to see the kind of crazy build he taught Dante's to solve, because you know, I start by coaching all the contestants on their fundamentals, because they don't even know how to press buttons, they don't know how to use their mouse, they don't know how to use their keyboard, and so it starts with that, like, this is what left mouse button is, this is how to turn on the computer, and then eventually I start teaching them about, like, here's how to, this is what a build order is, this is upkeep, this is your supply, you need supply buildings. And somewhere along the way, you end up coaxing them towards kind of like a standard build that you think they can use in all 4 matchups. Because scouting and multi-matchup play seems way too advanced for them. But I never thought, let's take 3 random heroes out of the hat. We'll just go Dark Ranger first, Pitlord second, and I thought maybe that would have been fun. Maybe if like Saul taught Dante's 3 random heroes, you teach them to do some random shit. Now you're a high level player, you know it's technically bad at high level, but that's not where we're playing, so it was perfect. You gave them something fun to play with.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, I had to lure Mr. Dantes with a little bit of fun. You know? And by the way, we have a perfect relationship with Dantes, because when once we had a guy that played Mass Gargoyles, you know, and Dantes wanted to play Mass Frostworms. I was like, okay, Dantes, let's start with web, you know, to address the Gargoyles. He said, Saul, Mr. Saul, I don't want to learn any other units that Frostworms and Abominations. Let's keep it's simple. I said, okay, we just don't make any more Frostworms, we just make Abominations. Dantes was 100% clear. He doesn't want to understand the full picture of Warcraft 3, just this cool one strategy.
Yeah, and with that, he started having some fun with the game again, not needing to know it in its full version. Now, I think maybe we have a working version now, so I'm just going to ask people. Okay, cool. It should be working again. Just gonna tell them again. Same again.
Tem algo errado. O sono afetou meus sentidos.
And you had a very good idea about Mary Maybe, so I thought that we played Master Mirror Remit. It's cool to add a lot of, you know, Codovis, but as you mentioned yourself, you add a lot of Codovis, and you actually don't have enough micro to devour, and you know that the devour of Codovis is positioned as well, maybe even peaceful, right? And then Codovis are all the best, and you and not created this like strategy, Berserk and Taurens. Taurens are amazing, you know, you don't need to control them well, you just put them in front, and Mari has a lot of fun with these as well.
Yeah, it seems to be working well for her. I can't change my color. Yeah, we can't change my color. That hard. I don't want to play if I can't change my color.
Já acordei.
Okay, just politely telling Dantes that he has no choice in the matter. And when both are ready, I'm just gonna freaking start it. Dude, Grubby, you had a year to prep for this shit that I can't be fucking doing. Okay, here we go, guys. Springtime.
Onde devo atacar?
O sono afetou meus sentidos.
Springtime, baby. Let's get this show on the road. The teams have sent Mary Maybe and Dante's. Team Alpha sends Mary Baby to go first in the headliner. And on the other side, we have Dante's by Team Omega also sent first.
Yes, both players are moving is a good thing, you know, everything works for them, nobody's pausing the game, so the server is not spiky, there is no hotkey issues if they are using stuff, of course. And yes, Grabby was a beautiful pair to start this tournament. I can't wait. Dantes is going with this beautiful Dark Ranger build, and you know, Mary maybe they can predict the Blade Master 1 Dante and Dantes.
Right. You know, even though she switched away from the Kodo build, I was checking one of Mary Maybe's games, Saul, that she played last night. In her final bout of practice without live coaching, and I did see the Kodo build properly back up once again. So, I don't know if she's getting her wires crossed over or tries to remain unpredictable, but it remains to be seen how exactly she's going to be going with. Now, for those that don't know, Mary Maybe and Dante's met each other on ladder once during their practice. It was fun. You could see that both of them, well, we couldn't see Dante's, he wasn't streaming it. You can see that Mary Maybe reached a level of excitement over her game that was unprecedented heretofore, and she really wanted to win. But it went very badly for her. Sal 8-man's build a Dark Ranger opening with minimal unit usage all the way to the tier 3 Frostburn Rush left her flustered. Dante's came in with the Dark Ranger, and she accidentally took 5 of her gold mine peons and sent them onto wood. And she didn't notice it for 3 minutes.
Yes, she did notice when she couldn't make her second hero, basically, because like, oh, why I have 160 gold, why this number is not going up? And yes, that disaster was discovered. Okay, we have Blade Master, and Mirror Image now is here, that's amazing. Creeping will start, but Dante is already at the tavern, 2 minutes, 15 seconds, that's a sharp timing. The players are going to meet for the first time now.
Dante sends in his Dark Ranger. He's going to be life draining something. Does he know what to life drain, the illusion or not? He tried to go for the CS. Life draining, the Blade Master, Mary Maybe walks forward and is going to target the Dark Ranger. Now, the Mirror Image build does not use Voodoo Lamps. This is a bit of a mistake by Mary Maybe to take this much damage on the Blade Master because she won't be able to creep. And because Life Drain also heals the Dark Ranger itself with practically infinite sustain, this isn't good for Dante. Now she goes for the Mirror Image, which actually breaks. Whoa! First hero kill of the tournament! Of the Altar of Champions! Mary Maybe does a 2-second interrupt on the life drain, stops the life drain, and Dante's fumbling with his mouse and keyboard is unable to find the Town Portal scroll on time. Mary Maybe destroys the Dark Ranger and has made an adaptation in her build that she normally does not with an early Voodoo launch. This will allow her to continue playing the game. Saul?
Level 2 already on Blade Master, and Dantes, how we can make this build seem more simple for you? It's one hero to control only. He was probably waiting with his scroll of Town Portal, but the good news, Grabby, for all of the Dantes fans, look at his tech timing. The tech timing is looking really good. And yes, he'll try to rush the Frozen. He's creeping right now while Mary is waiting for some healing. And yes, Blade Master also needs to heal without taking any damage because healing souls are non-combat consumables.
I think she knows that. She's actually been a pretty decent student of the game despite her low game volume. Will she wait here or summon Mirror Image, losing the heal self effect? She's also accidentally rectangle box selected another peon. Looks like she is going to be getting herself cancelled, but she had a good amount of heal, didn't waste the clarity potion as well, so pretty clean so far by Mary Maybe. Mary Maybe also learned some obscure mechanics. You know, you taught them to her, Saul. You taught her Togo, correct? Like how to drop aggro on a unit?
Yeah, she noticed, like, he learned it like herself, you know. Knov was, of course, teaching her versus AI, like, he mastered this versus AI because you can practice this there.
Knov taught Mary Maybe, you're saying?
Probably she had a lot of amazing coaches.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, whoever taught her that, it wasn't me, it was either you or Knopf, and the aggro toggle thing, I thought it was way too advanced for a beginner, but she's actually using it really well. So people keep surprising you about which areas of the game they're expert in, or proficient in, or comfortable with implementing, and which areas they are not with. Now, chat, by the way, we hear you. We hear that the player counts are missing. This was working in testing. You know, you show your parents, you show your research for the first time, and that works, doesn't it? All right. So the camera it was working literally like 5 minutes ago. So if we can get it up again, we will. Our back camera working on that. So whoa, Dante's goes for an orange camp that if he was one level away would actually be a red camp. That's not going to work at all. And Mary maybe found him in the act, caught him with his pants down.
I mean, with one obsidian statue, you know, it can work actually, but it looks like Dante's prepared the camp for Mary maybe, but it works both ways. This camp is hard as well. Can Mirror Image take the damage? As you mentioned, Mary knows how to change the aggro, but there is a lot of monsters. It's not that easy, and she's trying to save headhunters, but they're taking a lot of damage.
One headhunter goes down, the other was aggro toggled well. This is a very valuable camp. Mary maybe gets a Ring of the Archmagi. Bonus 3 strength, 3 agility, and 3 intelligence. This gives her bonus health, attack speed, armor, health regen, mana regen, and damage. That's like 8 things. I think that's like 8 things. It's incredible. 3 of every stat. This is more stats than you get on a level up. And she's level 3 on the Blade Master. Meanwhile, let's take a look at her macro. It's not good. It's not good, so I don't know how else to say it. 1,500 gold, tier 2 is done, tier 3 has started. No totem, no second hero, no units in production, with an idle peon. But her levels are looking high.
That's very true, and background, like Dante is macroing pretty well. He was a little bit obsessed. I mean, like he has like things that like he doesn't like orange. Okay, let me say it like that. He was afraid to be attacked by Mary. I think that's why he like put hours into base. That you know helped him to spend resources. But Blade Master Mirror is a creeping build. And speaking about creeping build, Blade Master level 3 with this inventory, mirror images can tank everything. So Mary may be creeping is going to be very, very smooth now. Where Dantes is going, I don't know. We had a rule, don't fight before Frostburn, but Dantes wants to surprise me.
Yeah, there's many deviations from the plan, you know. You can be as prepared as you like, but the first battle plans, the best battle plans, get broken upon first enemy contact. Now, the good thing for Mary, maybe, is that even though she has forgotten her second hero completely... Wait, what is this? Wait! Wait! She tried to do some cheese? Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Wait! Where did she get this? Someone taught her a cheese. I don't know who. I don't know who you are, but someone taught her a cheese. She is doing a tower rush, reinforced defenses, spiked barricades. She's bringing her units across. Firelord with lava spawn. She's got a healing potion. All of this screams all in. Now, is this going to work? She is actually forgetting to produce units. During this time, she should make another burrow. She should be spamming headhunters and demolishers. But this is going to be an all-in minus 1,500 gold. Now, the good thing for her, Dante's, is also minus 1,500 gold. She started to kill ghouls, Saul.
This is a very aggressive build. For a second, I thought that she took, you know, the peons by mistake by selecting too much.
Yes,
but you are right. This is the correct thing. And Dantes is responding with Frostburn. Dantes has a lot of patience. Let's go.
Okay, Boneyard starting while towers are in production. Will Dantes know that he should be making meat wagons? That he should be making more obsidian statues? Does he know about the item Wand of Negation to remove lava spawns? What do you think, Saul?
I think those are the things that he said that we should drop because the Frostburn will be enough and they can't be enough if you make a third hero and he needs to start buying some items.
The Pit Lord!
Token killing!
The Pit Lord goes down! Mary maybe kills the second hero! Oh, suck my dick! We're not in the AT&T Annihilator Cup!
thank you for explaining me, Mr.
Oh, yeah, of course. I have to be your translator to the League of Legends scene, so yes, suck my dick. We're not in the AT&T Annihilators Cup anymore. We don't need to hide the whole chat. We can show everything here. I don't even know what Blizzard thinks about this, but you know what? We don't care. Mary maybe has killed both heroes. Has dropped the SMP. Dantes has 3 heroes in production. Sol 8-Man, he has no money and no time to train Frostworms. The towers are done, but they're very, very far away. What is Mary maybe making in the meantime? Headhunters.
Yes, we mentioned a lot of units. Mary should be making demolishers. The lava spawns, they can't split if they attack buildings. So let me tell you, this tower rush works, but the tower's a little bit too far away from the main base, and we all know how strong undead base can be. And yes, 50 seconds, the Frostworm will appeal. Dantes still have some chances.
Oh, not only does he have chances, it's actually not looking too bad at all. We basically have a defender's advantage as Dantes kills his first hero of the game, the Fire Lord. We have a defender's advantage for both players. So they have a tower lineup. 4 towers for Dantes, 3 for Mary maybe. She's got better hero levels, but she has lower tier units. Additionally, she doesn't have the quote-unquote free healing that Obsidian statues can't provide, though she did kill all of the ones that were previously made. Now, Mary maybe has a cheese here, but how good does she know how to finish up with this cheese? It looks like someone told her ABC, but they didn't tell her D, E, and F. How do you advance from here? Where is the rest of the money spent? She's making headhunters, but with 2,000 gold in the bank, where will this go from here?
She used all of her D in the in-game chat, but yes, with all seriousness, I do remember coaching the first game with Dantes, and I told him like, hey, in the boneyard you never make this upgrade to freeze the buildings, like nobody goes for it. And then we played versus Undead and literally make like 25 towers. That almost never happens. So I'm a little bit afraid if Dantes will make the upgrade when he will attack the towers, but now he's fighting with the army, and the Mary army is actually dying.
Mary's army is dying. It's Frostworms and Abominations, but Dantes will need to use hold position micro well in order to keep his units outside of the towers. Mary maybe yields the position and town portals out with the Blade Master and will need to figure out how to take it from here. Will she try to continue playing the game in this way with constant rushing, or will she transition to tier 3? We're in territory unknown, Saul.
Yes, she's not changing attack targets on towers, but the Frozen is very close to dying. Maybe like Dantes has such a low HP, but his units are surviving. We need Obsidian statues now, and he's making them.
That died!
You know, Dantes,
That died! Oh, 6 HP! Sorry, interrupting you.
Yeah, perfect. I just want to say that we have 4 on gold for some reason for Dantes, but I guess he's not complaining because we just survived the huge tower rush.
Got 1 Acolyte right here, just AFK, not really noticed. We got a Ziggurat in production for Dantes. What is the optimal location for another Ziggurat? Turns out it is in front, just in case he gets towered again. Now he's got 3 Acolytes mining at the moment, so we'll have to see whether he remedies that situation. As for Mary, maybe she's gonna continue creeping, and she's gonna go to tier 3. She's gonna transition into her regular standard build from here on out. The only problem is she used so many lumber peons that her lumber economy will never be okay again. Now, I know you know, and you know I know, and we know half of chat knows half as well as what they should know what she should do next, which is a Goblin Shredder purchase from the laboratory. But will she know it? That's a
very good point. Like during my coaching, Chad was telling me to tell her that was like, let's make 3 extra POs and it's going to be fine. You know, because going to the laboratory is like an extra struggle. Here, this is like a perfect position to go for it. And yes, Warcraft is a very complex game. You have so many different ways of getting resources, lumber with Shredder. By the way, look at Dantes. Everything is red HP and he wants to attack. He's like, so the rule is already done. I have a Frostworm, but I should also mention the Frostworm is like red HP. Kill him first.
What is the Acolyte doing? Dantes is still only mining with 3 Acolytes. 1 Acolyte attacked, 1 is still next to the Ziggurat. Probably with his hands deep in his cloak. Who knows what he's doing under there. Death Knight does not have a second ability pick, no unholy aura, so he's walking around without aura. And Mary maybe with 100 lumber and 2,000 gold and no extra
Permanecer
burrow
aqui tempo
will never have
demais.
enough lumber to do anything
Tenho que
anymore.
ir.
And she's not sure. They're
Ajudando
both
vocês,
completely
trair
unsure
meu
what to do
novo
next.
mestre. Se eu não
And
tiver
that is amazing.
cuidado,
It means
a
that the
fúria
game is
dele
open.
será
Who has
meu
bigger
fim.
issue like Dantes that completely like
Adeus,
can't get,
irmão.
you know, a big gold
Tirande.
amount in his name,
Duvido
or
que nossos
that
caminhos
Mary
se
maybe
cruzem
that
novamente.
constantly has like
Enche o
ultra
Salvam.
high amount of gold. Mary maybe is going tier 3 and pushing at the same time. We need to wait for Berserkers. We need to wait for the tier 3 goodies. And Dantes now has 6 accolades on gold. Okay, so this guy
Ele
is
não é
crazy.
mais uma ameaça.
He fixed everything
Não
and then
adianta,
some.
Tirande.
One acolyte can now
Ela se
attack
tornou a
because the
própria
gold mine is
vingança,
already
fadada
saturated.
eternamente
Every headhunter that
amassada.
dies to the Dark Ranger is
Apenas
going to be
rezo para que
producing
em seu
a
empenho
skeleton
ela não
for
cause mais
Dante. He doesn't get the
estragos
headhunter
na
quite though, and the mirror images seem to be creating
Agora,
some
vamos
confusion.
para
So
casa, amado. Nosso
but
descanso é merecido.
to be honest, like I'm such a weird coach Grabby. I told Dantes never make destroyers, never my orb of corruption. Let's see if it's going to work because we broke every